Hello, welcome to Davita's Stampin' Spot. It is live. It's Monday night at 7, and hopefully you're joining me for the live broadcast. I've had some hit and miss issues the last few weeks, so I won't be surprised at all if there aren't many on tonight because you haven't seen me. I did a video 2 weeks ago and the recording didn't save properly. And so I wasn't able to put it on my Facebook page, or put it on YouTube or send out an email. So that kind of messed up that. And then last week, just wasn't feeling well. So I'm glad you're joining tonight. Let's see here. Hopefully we'll grab some people to join me. I want to share with you a set that goes live tomorrow and some product that I was able to pre-order by being a demonstrator. So I'm going to switch the camera around here and let's hope this works right. I'm always worried when I come back to do a Facebook Live that Facebook has changed things and I won't be able to do what I need to. So looks like so far everything's looking all right. Hey Lois, glad you're joining me. Let me know if you're joining tonight. See, Lois is on. Oh, Joy, hey, thank you for joining me. Hope you're doing okay today. You know, you're facing some challenges right now. All right, so this is called Wildlife Wonder. And I don't know about you, but for me, the hardest cards to do are masculine because it's so easy to do feminine cards. So this set is in our new January to June catalog, and it's distinctive. So when you stamp this one time, you're going to get all that depth. So there's a bear, a fox, an owl, some really nice sayings. To a great guy, you mean so much to me, a note of thanks for all the things you do. So I started playing with this, and someone, Marilyn, is ordering a Stamparatus tomorrow, and it reminded me that I hadn't used one in a while. So I decided it would be fun to use the Stamparatus for my card tonight, and I wanted to try a slimline. I haven't done one of those. So here's the card I'm making. It says, love you, with the bears, and then you mean so much to me. And I'm going to show you how to turn your stamp around so you can stamp it twice. Now, there's a lot of different techniques out there. This one to me is a real simple way to do it, and it helps to line it up as well. So let's go. Now, and the other thing I like is, I don't know about you, but I like to be frugal. And this designer series paper is actually the Christmas paper that is called, grab it here, Tidings of Christmas, but the red and white stripes will work perfect for Valentine's Day. And I have to tell you, this is the only Valentine card I have gotten made, but at least it's one. So let's go ahead and get started here. So my paper is, this designer series paper is 2.5 by 6. The soft suede is 3 by 6 3/8. The white is 1 3/4 by 1 7/8. Oh, that's the small one, sorry. This one here is 2 3/4 by 6 1/8. So you're gonna see that's gonna fit right inside the soft suede, and then it's going to offset with the designer series paper. All right, so the first thing I wanna do is I wanna create my shadow for my bear. So this is just our silicone craft mat. I can see my craft mat has a little extra glue on it. Oh, that's the way it goes. All right, I am going to stamp him up. And an easy way to keep it nice and flat is to put a stamp case underneath it, and it'll give you a flat surface. I'm gonna grab my soft suede. So while I'm doing this, what is your go-to guy set right now? If you need to make a guy card, what stamp set do you pull out? I'd like to know. So put it in the comments there. All right, so I'm inking up my bear. I want to make him really good and juicy. And I'm going to stamp him on my craft mat. Okay, we want to get a really good image. All right, I don't know if you can see that, but my craft mat has red on it. So now it looks like my bear has red on it. Not the case, I promise. All right, so now I've lined my paper up here and I'm going to stamp. Here's how we're going to stamp. We're going to lay him right on here. When I did this originally, I had a lot bigger piece of paper. Then I realized it needed to fit on my card. So I cut this down. So I haven't tried this on the smaller paper. So hopefully it works. So I'm just pressing it around with my finger really well. And there you go. There's your bear backwards. Now I'm going to grab my stamp that I did before. It looks like I'm going to need to move him a little bit. I thought I had him lined up right. There we go. I think that's going to work. Put it over just a little bit so make sure their noses are touching. Hard to kind of guess when you have. Actually, when I did mine first, I stamped this guy first, and then I did the craft mat. So I should have done that first, but I was afraid my craft one would dry out. So let's see how well this lines up. Till I'm pretty close on the bottom here. There you go. Isn't that fun? And it does make it nice because this bear is a little bit darker, so it gives a little difference in color. But look how distinctive that is with the stamp. See all that different texture in there? How his eyes so dark. Now, probably what I'll do is I'll go back with my soft suede marker, and I'm going to add just a little bit here for his eye. So his eye is just a little bit darker. All right, so I'm going to take a peek. Let's see, is anybody? Oh, all geared up. That's a good one, Lois. Yeah. Unfortunately, my family's not big into cars, so that one works for me, but not the best. All right, so there's your bears. And I am going to probably do a series on different ways you can use your Stamparatus, because I know a lot of us bought them when they first came out, and I'm not sure how much we've been using them since. So then I'm going to take my chamois. You'll notice I cut it in half, and it works so nice to clean up our Stamparatus. Put this on the back. And just as a reminder for your magnets, remember they do not play well with others. So make sure you keep them away from each other. And I use painters tape to put on the edges of them. You can do it just with a single strip or two, depending on what you want, so that you can hang on to it a lot easier. All right, so now I got my bears done. And I wanted a heart. And I bet, can anybody guess where that heart comes from? Which one it is? Oh, hey, Pam. How is it? Let's see, it would be Tuesday morning in Australia, right? I always marvel that she's so far ahead of us. Okay, so I wanted to stamp my heart. And so I went up to start looking at my stamp sets. And amazingly enough, I found the heart in a good guy, which is kind of fun since I'm doing guy cards. So I pulled out the heart. And I have to admit, I had to put the sticker on the back because I had never used it before. And I've had that set for a long time. All right. So then I wanted a cute little love you. And I wanted to do it so that it was just something a little bit different. So I took just a small piece of white paper and I found the love in this set, Create with Friends. It's one made by $1 million stamp set earner. $1 million in sales, they get to design a stamp set. And I apologize, I did not look up who did that. Does anybody know who the $1 million person is? All right. Oh, Pam, yeah, it's hot. Let's see. The other day you said it was, oh goodness, how hot did you say it was? Terribly hot. I remember that. All right, so I'm going to stamp the love. like that. Then I wanted the I and the U, or the U, I'm sorry, to just be a letter. So I grabbed, I can't find it. Here we go. The playful alphabet dies because it has all the letters and the numbers. So I punched out a U. And now let's see if I can find it. You know how it is, you try to be ready. Oh, there he is. All right, now if I would have, what I did was I took my cardstock and I used our adhesive sheet so that I can just pull this paper off, and I didn't stamp that high enough. All right, let's go back here. Put my U on there, and then I'm going to stamp that little heart again right down here, like that. All right, now let's put our card together. So this, like I said, see, there's your Christmas pattern. If we turn it over this way, it looks like Valentine's Day or any other event that you want to send a I love you. Chris, good to see you're joining me from Oklahoma tonight. All right. We'll put that on. Then I'm going to mount my bears on my piece of soft suede. Now the slimline cards, I think, are really cool. It's just so fun to have a different size paper to play with. And if I wouldn't have run out of time, I was going to try to do one that would fit like in the regular envelopes that we use to mail our bills in, the smaller one. So maybe I'll do that another day. Okay, so they're going to go like that. And then my little love you is going to go just like that. Now, if you want some depth, definitely we can use dimensionals to pop this up. Anybody else have a suggestion for guys, what stamp set you use? I know for me, they're the most hard to do. And so I was talking with Kent today, and I think I'm going to offer a class the next 3 months where it's guy cards. And you can come to just one of them if you want, but if you sign up for all 3 of them before the first class, you're going to get some extra card kits. And then you'll be ahead of the game for those birthdays or thinking of you thank you cards that you need for men. Because I think they're the hardest ones to do, at least they are for me. And when I first saw this wildlife set, I thought it would work really well for men. So I'll show you some of the other cards I did. All right, there you go. Move this little guy on. So I don't want this a straight line here, so I'm going to push the love you up just a little bit. Now I did try this too. So if you want one that says I love you, you could do it like that as well, with a little bit bigger. And then of course, I'm trying to force myself to go ahead and stamp the inside images so that my card is ready to go, as well as do the envelope. So love you on the front. And then I love in this set, it says, you mean so much to me, which is perfect for this. So I'm going to stamp it in the brown. So you'll get details on my masculine card classes. Hoping to work on that tomorrow while I'm at school. Doing emails and stuff is what's easy for me to do when I'm in school. Stamping is a little more difficult. So, all right. So there we go. There's the inside of my card. And then of course I need to put my name on the back, and I'll do that. And then look at these fun cards that are, or envelopes that are in the new catalog. There's the white, which I'm going to show you. This is how I designed mine. The white there, and then I did my flower or hearts there. So my card's ready to go. There are 5 white, then 5 soft succulent, and 5, I'm thinking maybe smoky slate is probably the color it is, which I think that gives you a nice variety. You've got gray, green, and then your white that you can use. So you get 15 in your package. All right, so let me show you some of the guy cards that I've done. So I started off, and when I think guy cards, I also think of the Mountain Air. Oh, good, Lois, I'm glad you like the idea. Oh, Cactus Cuties. I hadn't thought about that one for men and teens. That's a great idea too, Pam. So Pam, you're really hot there. And today we are having some of our coldest weather and we actually got snow. So exact opposite. All right, so here's one of the masculine cards I did. So I did a little sponging in the middle and then I used Mountain Air. Grab it here. You know, this is my go-to set. You guys know I use that a lot. So I used the tree and then put the owl on the inside. And then my envelope I did with the trees and then the owl on the front. This was the first one I did. So I did the mountains and the trees with this one. And the happy birthday is actually from Art Gallery. Put some trees on the inside. I like this saying, no one deserves a happier birthday than you. And that's from the new Flowering Tulip set. This is probably my favorite, which I wouldn't have guessed. This was going to be my technique I showed you tonight, but that's going to be for a later day. That's just using one of our blocks that we usually put our stamps on. And then the little tags with the bear. And again, you know, you can see I like the owl. I just stick him on the inside. And then look at this. This one's the wolf, but look at this. Isn't that cool? That is one of the new die sets. Let me find my other pieces here. So one of my questions for you is, how do you store extra pieces? So you cut stuff out and then you have extra pieces. And I always think, oh, I'm going to keep them, but then I end up misplacing them, can't find them, that kind of thing. So these dies, it has thanks like this, and it has the double pieces. So I did the background in the blue and then the front in the bumblebee. So it can say, you are amazing, or thanks. Isn't that cool? I love that. I'm hoping that we buy a lot of these, so Stampin' Up! Will make some more of these that has the double. Just gives it awesome shadowing. Oh, the mailman stamp set, Chris, that's a great idea. Joy, thank you for that you like my cards. That makes me feel good. I actually got to stamp today. I thought with being on Christmas break, I was going to get to stamp a lot, and I didn't. Helped family out 3 different days last week, or 3, I guess. And then this week, oh, twist my arm. I had to babysit that little man that lives about 20 minutes from me. Kason got to come over and spend the day with me, and we had so much fun. But again, didn't get any stamping done. So did a little bit today, which is good. So any suggestions on where you put your pieces that you need to save for a later date? If you think of something, I'd love for you to post it here, because I'm trying to figure out a way that I can find the pieces when I'm done. All right, I'm looking at my notes here. My January host code is up here. So if you're ordering online and your order's not over 150, if you use the host code, that really helps me out. Sorry about that. I need to go get the catalogs. Here's the new mini catalog, January to June. It's got the windmill on the front. Celebration starts tomorrow as well. We got some awesome stamp sets. The pineapple one, look at this paper. Isn't that gorgeous? And that coordinates with the daffodils new stamp set. Then look at this one, fun with the cars. I think that's really cute. And we've got the catching butterflies. some rainbow paper. Look at this marbled paper. I can't wait to play with that. And the awesome otter is just stinking cute. That's all there is to it. This was free with a $100 set. You get the stamp set and these papers. And then this set here is one I think everybody's going to want. You get 21 different greetings, and it's got with sympathy, happy birthday, I have something for you. Just great greetings, and that's also free with 100. And if you're the hostess during celebration and your orders are over 300, look at that beautiful stamp set that you get. Isn't that pretty? All right, so if you haven't gotten these, Lois, I know you're on here. You haven't gotten yours yet because I haven't. I don't remove the plastic from my cardstock. Oh, that's a good idea, Diana. Yeah, put the pieces in with your cardstock. Good idea. All right. Let's see, what else did I want to remind you of? These go live tomorrow, so you can start getting celebration goodies tomorrow. Oh, Stamp Camp. We are going to do a celebration Stamp Camp February 12th. 3 of my team members, Shelly, Sherry, and Dana, are going to help me with the Stamp Camp February 12th. It's a Saturday, and details coming. We need to get some stamping done. So once we get that done, we'll put the advertisement out for that. And if you haven't gotten your new catalog, please either send me a message or reply in the feed here so that I make sure I get it to you. And I think that's about it for today. So I hope you enjoyed seeing the slim line. Hope you're looking forward to some more Stamparatus techniques in the next few days, or next few weeks, actually. Next week will be a create with me. So I'll be sending out measurements for the card. I've already decided the card, but I will get measurements out to you so you can be ready to stamp with me. Thanks to everyone that joined me today. And I will see you next Monday night at 7 for Create with Me. Thanks so much for stopping by. Have a great week.